Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your family circle reading. So let's see, what does God want you to know when it comes to your family circle at this time? Gemini. Gemini, Cancer keep trying to jump in your space. Every time I'm doing your reading and it's time to do Gemini, Cancer just pop up. Well, go on. So let's see. What does God want you to know when it comes to your family? Every time it's your turn, Cancer just jump in front of you. That's like the third time it happened now. Over the last 2 weeks when I'm doing readings. When I'm supposed to be doing Gemini, Cancer just pop up. And I always just, okay, you want to go now? Let's do that. Cancer's like, me first. Okay. It's like they want to take your place. I just had to talk to Cancer because God was like, you need to be careful what you wish for. Because when you see somebody's life going great and you feel like, oh, I want their life, you need to remember that there's a lot of things in the background that people don't tell you about their life's journey. There are parts of our lives that we hide from the world. It's not always fucking unicorns and rainbows and fast cars and big houses and sexy clothes and being popular and all that shit. It all comes at a price. You don't know what I went through to get that stuff. So it's like Cancer don't know what you go through to get to where you're at. You know? So they need to be careful what they wish for, because if they want your glory, they need to take your pain too. That's what God said to them. You want to make a wish for the good, you're going to see, thief card just showed itself. You want to be wishing for the good, you have to take the bad with the good. Like, can you handle their bad? That's the question. Because Gemini was built to handle the bad stuff in their life, because since they were tiny, they were being cultured to deal with the problems that they have today. So if you want to now just pop into Gemini's life and take over their identity, you're going to take on all of their problems, and you don't have the training that Gemini went through to be able to withstand the challenges that Gemini goes through on a daily basis. So yeah, God will give you Gemini's life, but you'll soon see, yeah, this shit is not what you thought. So I don't know what's going on with you on Cancer, but yeah, that's what's happening right now. That's all I know. So somebody wants to be you. Excuse me. At least they think they want to be you. That is like, be careful what you wish for, bro, because I'll give it to you. Shoot. Stay in your lane. There's a reason why this is your life and that is not. And for everybody else, the same goes. There's a reason why your life story is your life story and somebody else's life story is not your life story, no matter how wonderful it looks. Your life story is perfect for you. You were built for this shit. Two more times. So So, what does God want you to know when it comes to your family circle, Gemini? Okay, so we got gullible at the bottom of the deck. Ooh. Yeah, we want to know what's that. So someone who's gullible is someone who just believes whatever. Okay, so, we got two cards. We have frightened and we have addict. I need to take off this drug word, because it don't make no sense. Because drugs is not the only thing that people get addicted to. So, oh my God, yes, no. Let's put a line through it. Okay, you can be addicted to the truth, addicted to food, addicted to harassing somebody's life, addicted to sex, addicted to money, addicted to controlling people, addicted to telling lies, addicted to wanting things to be peaceful when they're fucking not. So, just addict. So we got frightened and we got addict. In this case, somebody could just be addicted to being frightened, like somebody could just be a scaredy cat. And they like being a scaredy cat. It's like they don't like to get involved in too much things. They are not the type to fight for their rights or upset the status quo or things like that. They like a simple life. They're the type that would wish for everything to be perfect, right? Yeah. So the underlying issue in this situation here, we got prejudice. So that's just being mean for no good goddamn reason. Clever, old, procrastinator, pretender, hater, close-minded. Well, that explains a lot. God is stupid. Okay, and then we got amiable. It's like somebody would prefer to bury their head in the sand and pretend that life is all hunky-dory and shit. They don't want to see the truth about what life actually is. That's what I'm getting at. Because they're scared. So somebody in your family is scared. This may be you. You fit yourself how you belong into this, okay? But yeah. So let's see. We got prejudice. The underlying issue is prejudice. That's being mean. I'm being clever about it. Then we got old. Procrastinator. That's like wasting time. Pretender and hater. Okay. So what I'm getting is this person is making their whole life pass away. Because they don't want to open their eyes to the fact that people are pretentious, people are haters, people procrastinators, people hate against people for no good goddamn reason. Okay, so what I'm getting is this person want to hide from the truth. The truth is somebody is being mean and they're doing it cleverly, okay? And it's to waste somebody's time. All right, it's just to waste somebody's time, and it's like somebody don't want to accept that this is the truth. They're being closed-minded about it, and God is like, that's just stupid, because it's not gonna make people like you anyway if you hide from the truth. So somebody's afraid of the truth. Okay, that's just who they are. And we got racist coming next. So we got amiable followed by racist. Yeah. People don't need a reason to hate you, not no proper reason anyway. Yeah, and it's disgusting. Yeah. So let's see what the mystery card is. Cursed, yeah. So it's a curse. It's a curse. So just know that there's that family member Gemini, that is afraid of your truth. Okay, so it's like, yeah, they want your life because they see all the glitz and the popularity or whatever it is that they admire about it. They see the good part, but they don't see the bad part where people are hating on you for no reason. And they're doing it in such a clever way that even if you tell somebody about it, they'll think that you're lying because they're like, I didn't see that happen. Who is doing that? It's all in your mind. But these are the level of enemies that you're working with. Okay? Then we got this old energy. I don't even know what the hell that is. But then we have the procrastinator and pretender. So it's like they're trying to waste your time. Maybe they want you to get old. They want time to just pass you by. And your family member, maybe you're telling your family member about it and they're just being closed-minded about it because they're afraid of the truth. They love to be frightened. They love a simple life. They don't want no trouble in their life. They're basically weak. Okay? And you're not weak. So that's going to cause a divide. So I want to do one last thing before I close it out. So we just need to, I want to see what this old energy is about. Yeah, so your family member prefer to lie to their self when it comes to your testimony. That's what I'm getting. Okay, God is saying, don't just clarify the old, clarify the whole thing. So, okay. Let's sum up what's going on here then in a language that we can understand, well, that other people can understand more easily. Yeah, man, this world is not perfect. There are a lot of secret realms. Okay? And the more important you are in the big story, is the more hate that comes towards you, the more challenges that comes towards you, the more weird shit that comes towards you. Because there's always this fight between good and evil. And if you're meant to play a big part on the side of good, then obviously evil is going to rise against you in its most clever forms. Okay? Because the objective is to make you look like you're crazy, number one. To discredit you so that nobody else listens to you, number two. The objective is to break you down so that you do not do your mission. So they want to carry out their stinking dirty mission, but you mustn't carry out your mission of spreading the light and spreading the love. Okay? So this person wants to cover their eyes. They're afraid. So that's what's happening in your family. They're afraid to face the truth of your story because it's just too fantastical and scary for them. But I put up a post the other day. It's like, believe that it can't be done if you feel like it can't be done, but don't try to stop the person that's actually doing it, you know. So if you want to be weak over there by yourself, but don't try to make other people who are being strong be weak like you. Off with that. Okay? Because the whole of humanity is under siege by those who worship evil rather than good. The whole of humanity is under siege. That's why we have so much things going wrong in our societies. It's because it's being run by negative energy. So we who are of positive energy, unapologetically, we should be allowed to do our work. Do not stand in our way, or else we will run you over too. Because if you're not part of the solution, you better not be part of the problem. Or else we're going to run you over too and throw you on the garbage heap with the rest of them and light all of you a fire. Real talk. So if you're not going to be on the side of the light, the side of right, You either go on the side of wrong and we run you over, or you stay fucking neutral and shut the hell up and get out the way. Shit. Some of us love freedom. Some of us actually want to live heaven on earth. Some of us actually believe that society can be much better than what it is today. And some of us actually want to and will put in the effort to make it that way. So instead of trying to get in our way, you better get out of our way. Or else we will classify you as the opposition and we will run you over the same way that we run them over. Okay. You don't have to believe me if you don't want to, but it doesn't change the facts of my story. And I will not tolerate you standing in my way trying to stop me from doing what the hell I was called to do. If I have the courage to do it, let me do it and get out my way. If Martin Luther King was too scared to play his role in the grand scheme of things, what kind of life would we all be living today? If Harriet Tubman and Malcolm X and Marcus Garvey and all these people who actually helped to turn humanity around in a positive way were too afraid to answer their calling, what would life be like today? There's still work to be done, and we still have those special people being manifested on a daily basis. Let us do our job and get the fuck out the way. If you're afraid, be afraid. I'm not afraid. I wasn't born or built to be afraid. Get that in your head, or else I will run you over like everybody else do. Get out of my way. That's a message to whom it may concern. Directly from me. I'm not on the stupidness with people. You want to be scared, be scared. That's not my fate. And don't let your fate interfere with my fate. Right. You want to pretend that society is perfect. Go ahead and pretend society is perfect. I can see the cracks. I can see all the one need to be demolished. And there are more people out there like me. Let us do what we have come here to do. Because you may not care about the state of society. You're happy to live life and make do with whatever is going on. We are not happy with it. We want our sons and our daughters to come and experience something better than we have ever experienced. We definitely don't want them to be living in this hellhole. Because this is hell on earth. We need to clean it up. Get out the way. Or else join the bad team and let me run you over too. I love you, but I'm not going to let that stop me from doing what I need to do. Because all the other people in the past who has helped to make society as respectable and enjoyable as it is today, instead of us living in a state of slavery and servitude and just uber racism, all that dumb shit, lynching people and all that foolishness, if they were scared, if they allowed their people to make them shy away from their mission as a human being, as a divine being, what would life be like for the rest of us today? How would you like if your son leave the house and you're not sure? Even today, we still have to worry about our sons not coming back home. But back then, it was even worse. Imagine you go down you send your son out to the shop, 10 hours pass and your son no reach back. And then you get news how your son down there on some tree with a rope around his neck. And his belly chop out, his fucking intestines. That's the kind of reality that there used to be. Just get out the way, blood. Hell has reigned for long enough. It's heaven's turn to take over. Until it is not our turn anymore. Then we get out the way and let hell reign on earth again. Until it's our turn to take over again. This is how creation goes. Right now, evil is going out and good is coming in. Because we deserve to enjoy some good life like God intended in the first place. So if you don't know, now you know. Shit. Think I'm playing. We have suffered for long enough. There are people who want to make it right for us. Let the people them do them work. If you not support them, don't try to block them then. Get out the way. I am a Gemini North node. So I would apologize for saying this in your reading, but I feel like your life is quite similar to mine. Maybe not on such a big scale, but your life definitely resembles some of what I'm talking about. One more time. They got people hating creation and hating life. Why? Because people believe that there's none to save us. People believe that life doesn't get any better than this. People believe that it will never get better. That's what they believe. That's why so many people commit suicide. So many people live their life like they're dying soon and shit like that. It's because we who know better are not doing our jobs. And those who are doing their jobs, we got people standing our way. Why? Because they're scared. If you're scared, go over there with your scaredy cat self then. I'm not afraid. And there's a reason why I'm not afraid. I wasn't born to be afraid. Because God wants to use me. The same way that God used these other people that I mentioned. The Marcus Garvey. The Martin Luther King. The Harriet Tubman them. Everybody that God ever used. Even the white ones too, which I'm not familiar with. But I know they're white people who have done great works in the earth. I am one of them. If you're not, that's okay. But don't get in my way. Because you're just going to piss me off. Just because you're afraid don't mean that I need to be afraid too. So what is this reading talking about, please, Most High? It's like there's a flood. And I'm doing what I can to barricade the door. And because you're so frightened, you're like, don't go out there. I'm trying to go so I can block up the water from getting in. And because my family member is so afraid, they're holding on to me and stopping me from using my courage and my God-given ability to go out there and block the door so that we can be safe. We gonna all die. And I prefer kill you first. Don't mess with me. You're being stupid. And if you can't see, I'll poke your eyes out so you really can't see. Don't ramp with me. So we got love. And we got laziness. Exactly. Because you can't do it or you don't want to do it don't mean that Gemini is the same. Gemini has the courage to do something and you don't. Yes, you love me, but if you fuck with me getting in the way of doing what I'm supposed to do, I'll fuck you up, man. Don't deny me from doing what I am set out to do, because I know I was sent here to do. Don't stand in my way. Look, territorial. It's in the reverse. But it's meant to be in the upright. Yes, stay out of my way, man. Don't deny me from sitting in my rightful position. Don't ramp with me. So there. I think that summed up the reading very nicely. So it's like they love you, but they can't do what you do. Because they're too afraid. And they love being afraid. They love not upsetting the status quo. They love not ruffling feathers. They're afraid of the police. They're afraid of jail. They're afraid of government. They're afraid to die. They're afraid to argue. They're afraid to fight. I'm not. Get that in your head. And you ought to be grateful for people like me. Because it's because of people who think like I think why we can enjoy freedoms today. Why we can enjoy even a little piece of heaven on earth today. It's because of people like me why certain people can actually allow themselves to have hope in life and love and humanity today. Okay? Right. So you do you and let us do us. Until next time, Gemini. Take care. Bye-bye.